What's up, guys? So you've made the decision that you're moving to Texas, whether it be a family member said, great things about Texas, or maybe you came here for a vacation for a weekend or two and loved it. Well, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what it was like being born and raised here in Texas and what I've seen from first person view. If you want to know more, stay tuned. Hey guys, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. My name is Wayne. Jay is out with some clients today, so he won't be able to make it. It'll be a little solo video. We're both licensed agents here in the state of Texas, and we love making these videos for you guys. But what we love more is for you to reach out with any of your real estate needs. Call, text, email, days, nights, weekends. Our information should be popping up right now. Don't hesitate to reach out. We're here to help you when moving to Austin, Texas. Without further ado, let's get this thing going. All right, so being born and raised in Texas. So a little backstory here. I was born in Austin, raised in Lockhart for a few years. If you don't know where Lockhart is, it's about 30 miles south of Austin, southeast off 183. Lived there for a few years, moved to San Antonio, the north side of San Antonio, for about 7 years, and then moved back to Lockhart whenever my grandparents retired from the restaurant business. So we had to, take over the restaurant, and it wasn't possible to live in San Antonio and do the restaurant at the same time. So we decided to move back to Lockhart, and I finished out 7th grade and graduated high school from Lockhart in 2018. So, but I've been born and raised here, lived in Kyle for a few years, now in abougt. So, I've seen it all, the way it's developed. Growing up, being born in a restaurant kind of business, family business, it's tough. Like when we lived in San Antonio, I'd go to school Monday to Friday, get out of school, and then drive from San Antonio to Lockhart, make it there by about 5 o'clock for the night shift, work till 9 and stay in Lockhart for Friday night, work Saturday and spend the night there. And Sunday, it was, work the morning and the afternoon, about 3 or 4 o'clock, head off back to San Antonio and get ready for school on Monday. So that was our routine for about 7 years. Living in Lockhart, growing up there till like about kindergarten, I was in 1st grade in Lockhart. Lockhart is a very small town. Everybody knows everybody, and being probably one of the few Asian families in Lockhart, really stuck out. Kind of were noticed, if you will. But there really wasn't much to do in Lockhart growing up. You had your, H-E-B, Walmart, stuff like that. But to go shopping, you'd have to commute to San Marcos or Barton Creek in Austin. Not that many, places to go out to eat. Of course, that's changed with time. If I go to Lockhart now, there's many businesses that I didn't even know opened up. And with Austin being somewhat, to me, in my opinion, is expensive. Maybe not compared to other states. With Austin being expensive, people are starting to trickle out to Lockhart and bringing their businesses there. cheaper rent, it just makes more sense. And Lockhart is growing rapidly right now. It has been for the past 5 years, and there's more to come. Right, so some of the things I did as a kid when growing up here in Texas, we love riding bikes outside in our, where the restaurant was. They had a plaza. It was in a plaza, so we'd, ride around for hours. We were just outside all the time, finding things to do, growing up, finding different bugs, and it was just fascinating, if you will. Kind of just doing whatever to pass time. I mean, it wasn't boring. Me and my brothers would always find something to do, trying to stay out of trouble. But riding bikes, my dad would take us to, like a livestock auctions here in Lockhart. They had them on every Thursday, I believe. And just seeing like the cattle like right in front of you, it was kind of scary, but it was so fascinating the way they did things. So that was really interesting. We'd go out to, the gun range, shooting gun range every once in a while. I wouldn't say often, but whenever we had time at the house, we had pet rabbits, dogs. My father and grandfather were into goats as well. So we'd go feed them. We had a swimming pool in the backyard, go in for a dip. We love to swim. So growing up, those are kind of the things that we did. We didn't really go out of town too often. It was just, it wasn't far away. My dad would just go whenever he needed supplies, stuff like that. We kind of just stayed in Lockhart for a long time. And like Liberty Hill was like really far compared to us. So like, if you were to tell me like we're going to Liberty Hill when I was younger, I wouldn't know what you were talking about, just growing up in Lockhart was kind of, it was a good experience. The schools, in my personal opinion, weren't the best, but it is what it is. And what can you expect from your kids, growing up here? There's a lot of parks everywhere. I mean, in Texas, of course you're gonna have the weather. We have crazy weather here in Texas, whether it's really hot in the summer or freezing in the winter. Lots of parks, restaurants to eat at. Now, I mean, we have a professional soccer team, Austin FC, at the Q2 Stadium. That's a really fun, family-friendly, event that you can go to. And depending on what areas you're living in, what neighborhood and what kind of amenities they have. What else is there to do when growing up here and raising a family here? You could attend, UT Austin football games, super fun. If you like to get out on the water, There's kayaking, take the kids out there on Lady Bird Lake. If you're down south, there's always like the five Mile River Dam, where one side is, you know, not deep at all, so the kids can play around depending on ages. You could go float the river in San Marcos at the Lions Club. It's not a super long float, but it's mainly for kiddos, you know, where there aren't like rapids or anything like that, or in a bunch of rocks. So, you know, the coast isn't super far away. Probably about 3.5 hours from South Austin. If you're talking like South Padre Island, probably a little farther, like 5-6 hours. But a better commute compared to like Dallas or even further up north. You've got Kalahari in Round Rock, indoor water park, huge, a massive water park with, they've got a hotel in there. They've got food, drinks, anything from adults to kiddos too. So really nice family-oriented style water park. You've got Zilker in downtown Austin for the kiddos who run around, and a lot of green space out there. There's also running trails, hiking, biking trails in Austin. You have the Barton Creek Greenbelt, which is really popular. If you're ever down south, you know, you have the San Marcos River, and there's some beautiful views out there when you're going running in the trails that they have out there. Just make sure you bring your spray, because there's a bunch of mosquitoes out there. You've also got the Austin Zoo to visit. If you didn't know Austin, we had a zoo out here. But these are just some of the things that I've mentioned. There's so much more that I haven't even tapped into, but just to give you an idea of what it's like to grow up and raise a family here in Texas. Hope you guys found this video helpful. Please like this video, subscribe to our channel for whenever we release our next video, and give us a thumbs up. We're here to help you guys when moving to Austin, Texas. Call, text, email, days, nights, weekends. We're the ones that answer to the calls. Till the next time, catch you later.